Where do I find a daily? How do I dale? Oh, daily challenge. There we go. Play the randomized daily challenge and compete on the global leaderboard. Let's go. Primary clan is Hellhorned and allied is Awoken. We have fast draw. Friendly units enter with quick. We earn half the amount of money, and we have 8 calcified ember in our starting deck, which are just heavy purge cards. So I have to purge all of those out. That's not going to be too difficult, I don't think, actually. Garpy, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Enjoy your emotes in chat, and welcome to the Republic. Or welcome back, rather, because it's a second month subscription. So I have Impalate and 2 fledgling imps here, as well as a Wildwood Custodian, which kind of says, hey, build into imps. Also removes buff and debuff effects, but only on the turn that it actually gets to you. So we've seen how that works now. Good. So if all of my units have quick, then Hornbreaker being a Slayer is again pretty good for me. I think I'm going to go to Herzl's Horde first. Friendly units enter with 5 armor. Friendly units enter with 5 armor. Do I want that? Or do I want to root them in the floor below the top? 20 gold? No. No. Root is real good. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It proved... Like, it didn't do too much work there. Unless you have a plan for the root, the armor is more solid, guaranteed value. Yeah, it didn't do too much work in the previous run. Alright. Take that. There's armor and Slay gains armor, which that's difficult because now how do I get it to deal damage? Multi-strike rage. I mean, this at the very least. I can take this and then try and get the Slayer afterwards. Battering Rams does damage. Yeah, Battering Rams will be good in this. Also, there are a couple of imps that I really want along with the Hornbreaker Prince. What imps do I have in the deck? Yeah, it's these ones. Fledgling Imp. Summon. Apply 3 rage to friendly units. Yeah, we take the multi-striker. Enemy units enter with spikes too, and we have the Hornbreaker Prince that multi-strikes. Yeah, we can't do that. We'll literally just lose. Alright. So train, pop a Hornbreaker behind it. I could impalate here for 20 damage, but the enemies I already kill. It's fine. Get a Custodian for the extra draw on the top floor. I mean, there's also no reason not to impalate right now. I want that 25. If I put 1 fledgling imp there, I can get it. Fine. And I'll even pop this fledgling imp down here, get a calcified ember purged out of the deck. This one feels like calcified ember as well. Yeah, I need to get as many of those out here in the early game as possible. Do you think, how long do you think the YouTube series for this game will be? So the... Ooh, just another one? Sweet. So the open beta ends on April 9th. I'm planning on pre-recording a decent amount of content to try and take us through until the full game release, at which point I'll restart my series. Does Purge mean it's gone forever? Yes. Consume to apply 3 rage for 0 energy in a multi-striker build. Sounds good to me. That's really expensive in a deck that already has all these calcified embers to deal with, but also it is repeatable, and I could start upgrading it to lower its cost. But also I could start upgrading this to possibly end up removing the consume, or maybe even duplicate it. Are we going to end on episode 500 like Spire? Spire didn't end on episode 500. There was no episode 500. I don't know what you're talking about. Fortify seems better here, honestly. Really? What's the Seraph modifier? Removes buffs. Removes buffs. No, you're right. You're right. Do I have to start thinking about that right now, or can I take a rage serum to kind of be like an what's the word I'm looking for here? Like something that just helps us along the way. Will you continue with Mob the Spire? Yep. I plan to bring Mob the Spire back. Rage Steals helps the Bonebreaker Prince ramp up the Slay. That is true. Hornbreaker Prince, rather. Passed on Wrathful, but armor is still better. Hornbreaker currently has no Slay. No, it doesn't. I can't see what the next floor is yet, can I? Fine. Let's take it. In Snare, apply Rooted to an enemy unit, draw 1, focus growth, draw 10, draw 10 cards, restore 1 health, restore 10 health, draw 1, as well as draw 1 card additional each turn. I kind of want to go with the Wildwood's Custodian here. Get the extra draw. Hellhorned unit over here, as well as the ability to upgrade one of our spells. I think this is where I have to go. Hellhorned units are a lot better when they attack quick. Close to a collector's bonus on Custodian? Hell yeah. Rail Beater. So if Rail Beater is quick, it strikes and pushes the attacked unit to the back before any of the combat happens. Is that good? Yes, actually, because it reveals squishier units from my other quick units to hit. Rail Beater is really good. Yeah, I'm taking it. Went to check it, but yeah, there was no episode 500 of SCS Early Access. Yeah, of course. No, we ended on 499.999968775. 3, 2, 1. Upgrade a spell to gain double stack. Status effects applied by the card are doubled. I'm gonna check. Yeah, that gives it 8 armor. All the options you've skipped have been armor synergistic. That makes sense. I mean, double stack on an armor granting card when I'm drawing constantly. Not bad. Purge? I could start purging cards out of my deck as well. There's your cost reduction too. I mean, what would I even cost reduce? Random Colors, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Enjoy your emotes and chat, and welcome to the Republic. Double Impelate? I can't double Impelate. It's not one of the eligible spells. Cost reduction on Impelate? Really? Am I gonna make this into an Imp build? I want to make it into an Imp build, but can it be an Imp build? I don't know if I'm going to see a bunch of Imps after this. I'm not going to remove these. I'm just going to purge them in battle. Especially given I'm going with armor and I start each turn with armor, I'm going to remove or restore. How does power stack with Impelate? I think it's just you do whatever Impelate is plus a bit of damage. Purge another card. Hang on. Let's actually quickly check. Next area has... I'm probably going to go to dupe and gain an artifact, and then dupe Impelate. Especially if I get an imp after the next boss. Which means I can afford to do the extra removal, I think. Hey Raps, love Everett and the Egghead voices in the DE series. I'm really glad to hear that. I love doing all the voices for that series. I am so glad that early on in that series I made the stylistic decision to go for it because it's been so much fun. Non-boss enemy units gain 4 and unit banner. Tobbs, what is a unit banner? Well, you pass on armor synergy and rage is going to be a buff, so imp is likely your only remaining synergy for boss. Well, see, the thing is, so rage is going to be a buff, and I have some rage in these, right? That was in the default deck anyway, and obviously rage on the Hornbreaker Prince as well. But the idea is that I want the Hornbreaker Prince to then become a Slayer so that it actually increases its stats via enhancing rather than buffing. Unit banner is choose 1 of 2, right? You gain 1 unit. Yeah, I want another unit. I think. Also, I strike before my enemies, and I have 5 extra armor. I think I can afford to take that. You don't even have a curse, so all you know is from paying attention while watching me? Oh, good lord. Sorry. I just assumed that you definitely had, somehow. Alright. So, Rail Beater and a Hornbreaker behind. So, Rail Beater will knock you back, and then I'll kill the backliner, and then deal a little bit more damage to the Zealot. But actually, if I torch the backline, I can deal a lot more damage to you. I kind of want to take the damage this turn so that I can play Calcified Ember, get one of those out. No. Impalate, torch the backliner, saving myself from taking any damage to the overcharged Zealot. Get a Wildwood Custodian in the back of this, because... actually, no, that's where an Imp's going to want to be, so Wildwood Custodian's going to be on this floor. Does Impalate 10 times damage per Imp in your deck? Yes. Cool. Completely safe. Stop now. Okay, let's go for Legend Imp there. Six, so you're on 25 right now. If I gave you 4 more armor, you go up to 29. 29, no. So we don't even get an extra turn. But actually, never mind. The enemies are already dead. Calcified Ember out. Play. Yeah. The Imp finishes him off! Woo! Well done, Imp! And we managed to get the unit banner with no problems. Lovely. That's another Imp. I think we're trying to go for the Imp build. We're going to dupe Impalate in the next area. Good boy, Imp. Razor Sharp Edge. Enhance a unit with +8 damage and -2 health. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I'm going to want to put on, like, Hornbreaker Prince. Yes, you only have 3 health, so I'll only be able to put it on once, but I'll continue upgrading. You'll have more health, and then I'm going to use armor as the way to support that, I think. Isn't that a buff? No, it's an enhancement. It changes their stats. It's the same way that when you slay, that's an enhance. Glimmer, restore 2 health to all friendly units and deal 2 damage to all enemy units. It's fine. This is not useless versus boss. It's not a buff. Doesn't count as a buff. This, I already have quick units, so Animus of Will is lowered in value for that. Probably like another Rail Beater, to be entirely honest. They spawn in with armor, and they're just big. Glimmer plus the spell damage upgrade is so good. Yeah, I really, really like that. Okay. I am going out on this side. I'd planned that. So the first thing we want to do is Concealed Cavern. No, Artifact, then Concealed Cavern. I mean, each of them has an impact on the other. Like, we could get an artifact that makes a good choice in a concealed cabin thing, or a concealed cabin thing that makes an artifact a good choice, so I kind of have to go either. Let me go to the event first. The historian makes his way to the train with an unusual carrot.
Hellborn, how fortunate I am that in our travels we've crossed paths. I am recording the events that are all begun for posterity. Possibly futile, I know, but I shall make a fortune if you do somehow succeed.
Would I characterize myself as honest, aggressive, or stealthy? Honest, I get the gift of gratitude. It purges on play, but I get a bunch of money for it. Hang on. Will that be affected by my tithing? Yeah, I earn half money. Is that going to be affected by the tithing? You feel personally attacked by this voice? I couldn't go Scottish for it again, effectively. It's 50 gold, not 50x. Yeah, it's 50x. Sorry, it's not 50 gold, it's 50x. Yeah, no, I'm aware of that. And then this is your pyre gains 1 extra damage for every 10 you have. That's not going to happen commonly. And then stealthy, deal 2 damage when enemy unit slay for extra 50. Is this going to work? Right, is Tithe going to take half of it? I'm going to take it either way, but still.
Sneaky but smart, I see. Well, I shall have to change the narrative to support the truth, but nothing that a few hours of editing can't accomplish. Here's something for your assistance. Best of luck to you in the battles ahead.
It doesn't consume, which it reasonably should. Yeah, that's a good thing to have done. It's annoying. Grants 4 stacks of armor each time it's applied. Plus 4 stacks of armor each time it's applied. I really wish, like, it'll give me 9 on entry, which is nice. I get at least. Demon voice Rhapsody.
Once upon a midnight dreary, as I wandered weak and weary through many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, as I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a rapping, as though someone gently tapping at my chamber door.
Like that? Implant me. When deciding voices to characters, ever tempted to mismatch? Yes. Usually when I have like a very feminine character and I'm like aware that there's no way that I'm going to be able to match it in a way that is accurate, sometimes I'll just go completely in the other direction. Enemy units deal 2 damage to the front unit on death. Just be careful of your throat. I have practiced that like a lot over the course of my life. I can do that without any harm to my throat whatsoever. There are like other voices hurt my throat a lot more than that one. So we are quick. We can actually kill all of these before they do anything. And in fact, we can even kill these before they do anything. In fact, we should do that because then we also get an extra hit on Daedalus. Yeah, that's it. It's so Rail Beater, Horn, Fledgling behind, and then actually if I construct it, like blow up the constructed explosive personally, I can just do 61. What would you say your favorite voice to date is? I have a soft spot for the Ed Wynn one. You know, the Choose Goose, Candy King, those kinds of things. It's the voice that goes all the way over the kind of, you have to throw your voice all the way up and down an octave. That kind of thing. I love that voice so much. It's just so fun to do. It's real hard to stop doing it when you start doing it as well. Let's get the Custodians up on the top, I think, here. Dicey Dungeons Jester. Yep, I based it on that voice. It's also so many other voices as well. I also think, like, to be immodest for a second here, I also think it's one of the voices that I can do the best. So I feel really happy to be, yeah. Blow that up. Probably the second is actually like the old, like blustered British professor kind of type. The one that I just did before for the historian. That's also one of my favorites. Wreck-It Ralph, Candy King, yeah. I mean, so that was voiced by Alan Tudyk, and Alan Tudyk specifically said in a podcast, I think it was actually Comedy Bang Bang that he was talking about it, that he was doing, he was definitely doing the Ed Wynn, right? And it's kind of like a standard comedic trope for a lot of comedic voice actors to have like an Ed Wynn. Or their own version of it, at least. Isn't it King Candy? It's been so many things before King Candy. It's not like... That was the voice version in King Candy in Wreck-It Ralph was paying homage to something else. King Candy versus Candy King. Oh yeah, I don't remember exactly the name, to be entirely honest with. Okay. I can deal 10 damage this turn if I torch on the top line, but I mean, if I torch on the top line and then impalate, I can actually deal a lot more. Okay, that's fine. I don't know about any of these. Train Steward and then Fledgling Imp. I could Train Steward double Fledgling Imp on the bottom line. Not really going to gain that much out of it, honestly, though. I kind of want to clear out... Oh, I'm not going to be able to clear out my own Fledgling Imp because it has 9 armor. So I'm not just going to be able to destroy it. How many creatures can stay on the same floor? The capacity limit is 5 by base, and then each unit has its own capacity amount. So it depends. Do you run any podcasts? Would love to have you on background while doing my chores. Not at the moment. But I do feature voice acting in my partner's D&DQ podcast, which is D&DQ podcast. It's Dungeons and Drag Queers. It is 3 drag queens and my partner playing as the DM play Dungeons and Dragons in a world called Zen Moxie, where there's a lot of voices that I play. Exclamation mark DNDQ in chat if you want to get any more information about that. Just saying. I feel bad plugging stuff on my own behalf, but I will plug the hell out of peak stuff. I think I will go with Rage Imps here. We're up against Daedalus. It's not that bad. Following on, are there any voices you want to do but you haven't found a character for? Yes! I haven't found any characters that I feel like that I feel would accurately suit a very Ocker Australian. So I don't know how many of you are Australian, but Ocker is like real like, oh yeah, it's going mate, yeah, we're going around here, yeah, kind of thing. Like it's the understanding of the Australian accent that other nations have is not great, because you get our expatriates, you get their accent. You also get like a lot of the people who live in the cities, like super centralized, but what you don't get is kind of like the broad, more generalized kind of accent. Australian Letterkenny, yes, exactly. Oh, Letterkenny's such a good show. I really wish I had a way to legally watch it in Australia, instead of just watching all the clips on YouTube again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And again and again and again. I mean, I should probably petty theft one of these ones. Actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter either way. You can watch it extra legally. That just means very legally, right? Super legally. Hey, Rats, I've always wondered, why do you say partner instead of boyfriend? I just do. You can't watch on Netflix. It's not available on the Australian Netflix. Also, like, there is part of me that, like, because I'm pansexual, bisexual, you know, the nomenclature is argued about consistently, but my attraction is not limited to our gender. So it kind of just makes it easier for me. If anything, it slightly hints at that, but also it just is a standard that I can use across the board. VPN? Yeah, I've actually been thinking about getting a VPN for Netflix recently, just so that I can watch Comedy Bang Bang seasons 4 and 5, because I never saw the Kid Cudi season, and I never saw the Weird Al season. I say partner, and I'm mostly cishet. I just enjoy confusing and annoying the straights. There is a little bit of enjoyment in that as well. NordVPN is actually good, memes aside. I have been thinking, yeah, I might actually end up biting the bullet and getting that soon. Hey, Good Shepherd, what up? Good to see you. That's the publisher of the game, y'all. Thank you for giving me access to the game. I really appreciate it. It's very, very, very good. It's good to the point that I don't understand why there aren't so many people on YouTube making content for it. Like, I was shocked when I searched it on YouTube and I couldn't find that many people trying to do a series. Silly Pseudonym, thank you very much for the gift of a tier 1 sub to Good Shepherd Entertainment. Good Shepherd Entertainment, enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. Alright, what are we gonna get done here? I think I just want the damage to go through to the backliner entirely here, so I'm gonna murder you. Fortify our frontliner. Clearly there are not enough streamers with your discerning taste. Clearly. Let's fortify you just so that I get to keep them around for longer. Pass. Alright. You just keep going to floors so that I can beat the heck out of you. That'd be lovely. So I can't just double implate here, unfortunately, because I don't have the ability to burn down the first one. I do think maybe what I should do at this point, like, because I think, Daedalus is probably dead already. What does Daedalus spawn in with in terms of damage? Daedalus is like 6? Why is everything quick? We're playing the daily challenge, so we have... Oh, hang on, sorry, my stupid head is in the way. Alright, we are playing the daily challenge, so we have fast draw, all enemies enter unit with... All enemy units enter with quick, rather, sorry. Tithe, half energy gains, and junked up, we started with a bunch of calcified embers in the deck, which are 3 costs and they purge on play. You're quick anyway, so Daedalus's damage isn't that important. Yeah, but it determines how many rounds of combat I have. Right, because if Daedalus, if Daedalus overwhelms my unit in the front line, then my unit in the second line is going to take the damage faster, right? But, so if, my unit in the front line here has 20 health, 21 health right now, so if Daedalus has 5 damage, I get 5 attack rounds with my front line taking all of the damage for me. But I guess I will get Impalates later as well. Yeah, no, I need to get the Calcified Embers out of my deck. I'll get Impalates later, that's fine. As long as I have the combined damage on each floor, I win. I'm not guaranteed that I do, to be entirely honest with you. I could use this for a little bit of money as well. I don't want to still get the calcified embers out though. Alright, I'm gonna... I think the embers are more important. I agree. I'm gonna get rid of it. We're not gonna kill on the bottom round here. We're fine. Is Monster Train on Steam? Yes, it is. You can wishlist it on Steam. And another Ember out. We got it. You know what? Let me just quickly do something. Steam. Monster train. I'm just gonna quickly set up a thing in my chat bot. Command is exclamation mark monster train list monster train at there we go. Usually I have these set up before the streams, but I wasn't super prepared. There we go. Okay, that's on. Exclamation mark monster train in chat will give you the ability to get directly to the scene page for you. Okay. Extra energy a turn, extra capacity per floor, draw an additional card per turn. Extra capacity per floor is neat. Gives me the ability to put 3 2 units on the same floor, and I've got a 2, a 2, a 2, a 2, another 2. Gives me the ability to play the Wildwood Custodians a little more helpfully as well. Drawing an extra card is nice. Obviously, get back to my Impalates faster. Extra space also gives us the ability to play more fledgling imps easily. Energy because the embers need to be burned out, I guess. How many embers still need to be burned? Yeah, there's literally 1 ember left in my deck. That's not that much. You already have loads of draw and extra cards with the channelers. That's right! I already have so much draw that actually energy is probably good, right? But I'm going into an imp build, and imps are low cost. I think it's space. Oh, hell yeah, impressive. Sacrifice imp and deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit. Love it. That's what we're going for, definitely. Okay, Animus, Shattered Shell, and Steelworker. Shattered Shell has speed, haste. So it'll come into, it'll attack first. That's really good. That's gonna clear out like a lot of garbage units. I think like, yeah, definitely this. Multi and Quick is good, yes. But Shattered Shell is going to be able to sweep so many good units in the back lines. What's sweep? Sweep is attack all enemy units at the same time. Steelworker gains extra armor from artifacts. That's true, but I still think I want a sweeper. So I could dupe a gain. Upgrade my units, 20 pyre health, don't need pyre health, remove 2 units from, I can upgrade a gain and get, I could get another Impalate. It's only 25 gold over this side. What do I have on the next floor? I have the ability to get a random selection of artifacts next floor, as well as remove 2 and gain an artifact. This is almost certainly the path I'm taking next floor as well. So having a little bit of extra money might give me the ability possibly to end up eking out 2 artifacts from that shop. I think I will take another sweeper as well. I think Impalate also. Yeah. I think Impalate also. Let's just pull that back up. Cool. And go boss. Okay. Hang on, I'm just gonna close that. Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor. So there are a few big boys in this combat. Can I afford to do this? I really want to. An artifact is huge. Even if I take some damage in this fight, an artifact is big. I believe Avarum was part of Shiny Shoe, the dev team, not the publisher team. I have Quick and Sweep. Have you had Endless On and Imp with a good summon effect? I have not. I really want an Imp build that has the double summon effects, because that's going to be ridiculous. All the Imps have a good summon effect. And I want that as well. I also want, in that build, Impsicle to give me an Imp every hand. Okay, both Wildwood Crusher Custodians on the top here. Let's go Rail Beater and Hornbreaker Prince behind. do want that top floor to die. I could use a Shattered Shell to do it, actually. Yeah, and it'll start buffing itself up. Actually, they're big. Okay, so if I rail beater, we could just impalate here, kill it instantly. Sweeper is better on the bottom to clear weak adds. Are there weak adds in this combat? It's because I'm worried to take up all of my space on the bottom and then not have the ability to play my Rage Imps. Impalate and then get you down on the bottom floor, I think. You have a Slay effect. So I'm gonna put you second. I probably want to play like a Train Steward or a Rail Beater up here as well. So I'll wild with Custodian on this floor. 3 extra turn. Okay. Good lord. That's a lot of cards. Okay, so you get hit to the back, and then you hit an AoE. So the ordering is preventing the Shattered Shell from really getting any buffs here. Impalate the frontliner actually though. So you knock that back, it takes 3. What if I... Mind if I impalate? I don't really think I need to play anything here anymore. Torch, but that doesn't really mean anything. Yeah, I think I'm out for the turn. Calcified Ember, final remaining, but I can impressive. Yeah, don't really need to impressive here. I kind of want to raise the sharp edge my backliner. In fact, I strongly want to do that. Razor on sweep. Oh, you're right. Razor on sweeper. Big, big, extremely big, big McLodge, huge. Tobbs is visually better than me at this game. Tobbs, can you start a YouTube channel? Please. Okay, so we have a brief respite, but I can impalate the top floor, so we're fine. Thank you. Get my Train Steward here. Silly, thank you very much for giving a tier 1 sub to Tobbs. Much appreciated. Tobbs, enjoy your emotes in chat, and welcome to the Republic. Yeah, no, we're not going to be able to kill that frontliner there. I think we'll just pass. Okay, we do 154 here. You've got 10, so you get 3 turns, or rather, I get 3 turns. So Razor Sharp Edge would be 16 extra damage for every turn. So I think Razor Sharp Edge is actually way more damage on the Porcupine right now. If I put it on you. Yeah, it is. I'd love to also throw down Rages there. I think I've got a Rail Beat on the next floor. Or I could just Impalate, try and... No. No, I got a Rail Beat the next floor. I'm affected. I am conceding damage to these. Do I have to? Yeah, I kind of have to. I mean, I could impalate on the top floor and then not concede any damage. Alright. Fine, because this will go to the top floor and then it'll just die. Because it doesn't have any attack. I'm gonna play that imp. I'll completely run out of imps. Or rather, I want to run out of imps. Remember, damage is less score. Yeah. I'm currently just trying to see if I can survive the daily rather than win. Rhapsody fights to defend the train, seeking fame, the gold he can gain. He takes many risks, some pay off, but the critics who naysay, to them he scoffs. He goes for the big, but plays with the small. Only two mistakes can this Rito fall. Rito's playing this game yet? I've been telling Rito to play this game. Okay. Imp. Another imp. I'm gonna go for the implode. Fortify for 8 extra armor. You have 12, so it still takes 2 attacks to kill the front line anyway, so that don't really help us. But also, we already won. Good work, imps. Got an extra. Oh, hey, we did it! Oh, imps, 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 imps. At the start of the turn, add a random imp card to your hand. Yeah. Double the amount of rage on friendly units. That's not going to be good against Seraph because of the everything. Consume double armor on a unit. That's really good. Yeah, that's really good. Yes, 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 yes. Shard channel. I mean, I do draw a lot extra. Maybe Preserved Thorns is fine. In Graft, I will definitely take if I'm taking nothing else here. Does Implosion damage increase due to Imsicle? No. They're never in your deck, I don't think. Yes, it does? Oh, never mind. I was wrong. Happy to be wrong. Let's take the Engraft. So this floor, I'm going artifacts, upgrade my champion. I'm hoping for Slayer here. Random selection of artifacts as well. Let's look at the random selection of artifacts first. So we know what we have choices for. 240. Spikes, no. We did it! We got the build I wanted. X-Cost cards get +3 to their X value when played. I don't have any X-Cost cards in this deck at this point. It's quite a thick deck as well. So I just have to take the Vapor Funnel, I think. What was that? So we got the Relic Ashes of the Fallen. Summon abilities trigger an additional time. And we also got just then Vapor Funnel. Apply daze to enemy units when they enter the Pyre Room. Dazed as a unit cannot attack, or it skips its next attack rather. And your Pyre gets -5 damage. Calcified Ember, again, I'll just play that out myself later. 2 Reinforces, because I mostly armor my units. Yeah. 2 Restores. Okay. Upgrade the champion. So I didn't really get what I wanted here, but this is okay. It'll start building up a lot of armor. What's your age, Raps? I'm 26 years old. I'll take that. It's also going to get extra armor every time it kills from the Rail Hammer, so it's basically twice as effective. Selection of artifacts. I already got that. Pass out. Is Multi-Strike a summon ability? No. Enemy units enter with spell shields. I do have Impalate. It's only 50 coins. I wish I'd looked at the shops in the next area. Is this multiplayer? This is the daily. I don't think I can afford that one. Okay, so on death, it gives +2 to all friendly units. So all I need to do... is sweep. Just gonna sweep them all up there. It's gonna be ridiculous. You put 2 sweepers on the bottom row? Really? This thing's about to get 10 extra damage? Prince on first unit? But the first one that attacks gets all the buffs. The second one gets no buffs. I don't think I played the one with that floor. Custodian. Let's go. Thornbreaker. Prince with the shell behind there. Get a train steward on the top floor. Train steward on this floor, maybe? No. Top floor now. Want some imp at 10 damage to a random unit. So the Clip Guardian will live, and the Clip Guardian will also get mad buffed out of this. Tough wave. It's fine. Plant needs a tank, I agree. I agree. It's just I don't want like a multi-strike tank in front of it, right? Let's take Rail Beater. Okay. Actually, Rail Beater, and then you know what? I'm gonna double your amount of armor, give you 50. Let's get another Custodian up here. I'll save the Molting Imp for later. Play your Imp as shield or else you will overfill your deck. Why is that a problem? Just makes my Impalate better. Big boy. Speaking of making my Impalate better. Got him. Got him again. Okay. I think I should fortify a target now as well. Maybe it's the Rail Beater. Yeah. I think it's the Rail Beater, because the Shattered Shell is going to get ridiculously big. I don't want the Welder Helper or the Fledgling Imp out at the moment. I need the space left so that I can play like my other Rail Beater when I draw it. Okay, doing that and doubling it is its effect as well, by the way, gives the Shattered Shell the ability to kill all of those units by itself. I'm gonna get another Wildwood Custodian on the top floor. I'm just gonna use this effectively as all my draw. And end the turn. I really, like, there's nothing else actually to do here. Sweep him. Plant is doing so much work. Hell yeah, this is like the plant run. It's all it does. All it does is win, 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 and a wow! Get the Rail Beater in front of you. That doesn't give me the space to actually ever play the imps afterwards. Headed out. Thanks again, Rhapsody Plays. Thank you, Good Shepherd Entertainment. For the game love, hope everyone has a good rest of this weekend. Hope you do as well. Hope you all do as well. Thank you for tuning in. Well, thank you for turning up. It's a real honor. No, I think it's actually just Fortify still. Shooting Graph first to see if you get Ember. Hang on. That consumes... hang on. Okay, it is... I've got it. Impish Scholar up here. Gives me back Reinforce. I use Reinforce on you for 50 extra armor. Backliner was taking a ridiculous amount of damage. I used the fledgling unit. Now we have rage enough to kill. How do you play the Awakens? I don't know. I had one good Awakened run when I was practicing, when I was playing this game off camera to decide whether or not it was something I wanted to create content on. And it was like Heavy Thorns was the run I was running. Important work, sacrifice an imp, gain 3 energy and draw 3 cards, but also battering ram. That's really hard. Because I have the consume and the ability to bring it back. Like this is, oh, they're so good. I'll always have an imp to sacrifice and this frees up space. How commonly am I actually going to be able to ridiculously armor stack, right? Oh, but my Hornbreaker does it. He armor stacks like ridiculously, and I have rail beaters. It's rough. Apply 3 spikes and enhance it with +10. So I'll lose the spikes in battle, but enhance I'll gain. I'll keep the extra health. I still don't think I want that though. I'm gonna take the money here. Killing the front enemy unit isn't relevant as you think, and plus you have other spells to do that. Actually, the reason I want it is more for bosses. It'll blow them up. Okay, random selection of artifacts. Or, I mean, this, I choose between 3 artifacts and I pay for one of them. And then this is just, I get 2 artifacts and I also have a shop. I get 2 artifacts and I choose one. I think I go on this way. I should have looked at the shop first. I gotta remember the ordering. It'll take a while before I have all of my standard operating procedures kind of down. We've seen this one before. I don't really want either of these actually. Okay, consume crown is fine. Upgrade a spell to remove consume. That is going to be played on my double, right? My double armor, the reinforce. Yep. Yep. Okay, Alabaster Guardians have Spell Shield. Fel empowers them with armor. That's not going to be a problem for us, I don't think. You'd say the order is shop, artifact, event. So visit the shop, then get the artifact, then go to the event. I think the fact that you have so much card draw is giving you too many good options to get rid of the blights. Yeah, that is true. I mean, like you say blights plural, there's literally one. Yeah, they have 5 spell shield. We're just never gonna really be attacking them that way. But the shell can still sweep the backliners. Oh, get styled on. Why don't you use the cam for YouTube videos as well? There's a different format for YouTube videos than there is for Twitch. Like on Twitch, it's expected to have a face cam. On YouTube, there's a certain stigma that comes along with people that use face cams on YouTube. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it does exist. And also, because I record YouTube videos every day and I stream every other day, it would mean that every single day I would need to look presentable. I like having days where I don't have to look presentable at all. Is this the last fight? No. No, Seraph is the last fight. Right? This isn't the last fight, right? Yeah, Seraph is the final fight. They'll provide armor here instead of rage. Yeah, so instead of having different bosses, they have the same boss, but the same boss with different abilities. Blast helmet. Oh, perfect. I'll get right on it. So I play you in, you get Rage 5. Rage 5 is 10 damage. You'll actually slay the... No, Alabaster Guardian only with the Fledgling Imp, I think. $65, this would be 6 extra damage twice. It's actually still not enough. First time I've ever heard of the Sigma. You learn something new every night. Yeah. It happens. Don't think anyone would judge if you streams with messy hair and a dressing gown or something. That's streaming though. Like making YouTube videos like that would not work so well. I'm gonna weld a helper on the bottom line here. I want you to get all your armor. Good. Boss. Get the custodian up here. You kill this turn, right? Yeah, so you start getting extra armor. Great. Should probably get the rail beater behind you soon. Actually, no, rail beater, train steward are just gonna go on the... Yeah. I'm gonna train steward and rail beater on the top floor. That'll be fine. Plant could use Sacrificial Imp. So the frontliner has Spell Shield, so even if I sacrifice the Imp, the frontliner wouldn't take any damage to it. So both of my armor doubles and my armor gain are still in here? No, wait, Reinforce just doesn't have Consume. Okay, but my armor stuff is still in there. Good. Good to see that. Okay, so if I have the Rail Beater in the front line, I can actually kill the Eclipse Reflector here. It is whenever I cast a spell, it'll gain armor, so I can't use any spells on this floor. I'm gonna put the Rail Beater in the front line so that I can get the kill here. More sweepers on the bottom. Why would I want another sweeper on the same floor as the previous sweeper? I've never understood that. You've said it a few times, and I still don't understand why. The Rage Imp doubles their effect? Yeah, I know. Oh, no, you're right. I didn't consider that on that one turn. Thank you, Ansela. I keep forgetting about the double effect of the summon. Like, I know I drafted into it, but like, there are times that I just don't think about it. You can put an Imp in front to sacrifice? Yeah, you can. I mean... you're right. Just have it take the damage. You're right, you're right. Just double torch you, I think. Actually, you know what? No. Engraft to see if I get anything important. No, not really. What are the options you can set up for channel points? Pretty much anything, I think. They give you a broad free range. Attack, and then this will get buffed again. Good. Battering Ram already does 320 damage on that floor. Unfortunately, Reinforce is in the bottom of my deck, so it's going to be 2 cycles through the deck until I actually get the ability to play it again. Feet picks? Only on Patron. That's a joke. There are no feet picks available to me anywhere. I have no feet. They're invisible. My feet are only visible in the ultraviolet spectrum. Yeah, I just want those buffs on you, I think. Alright, let's go. Rapsis Pewds 2.0. Extremely not. That's slander, I think. That counts as slander? So I have my double on you, and then basically, like, I'm not super likely to draw the right card on the right turn, unfortunately. If I can get permafrost on the battering ram, so I can hold up the right turn, that'll be huge. I only wish Rhapsody had that audience. I wouldn't want his audience for the life of me. Whew! No, thank you. I'm fine with mine. I like my audience. My audience don't get mad at me when I shit on the alt-right. And they definitely don't encourage me. Anyway, that's a different topic for a different day. Let's get back to World Helping, I think. I didn't want that unit to get it. Dang it. Big reinforce there. I think silly meant the size, not the type. Yeah, but with the ambiguity of the way that it was phrased, I felt it was a good opportunity to make a point. Transcend him. Repeat all summon effects trigger this battle. The battering ram now does 1,305 damage. Just gotta get it in 2-turn sign. I still won't say alt-right because it's too soft for neo-fascists. Fair. Totally fair. I'ma burn one of these instantly, I think. That'll have the front unit die. We could drop a fledgling as well. Drop the fledgling as well, giving a bunch more damage to Fell. Then Razor Sharp on any of you. Actually, probably none of those units. Let's go for the Engraft, see if we get anything useful. Eh, calcified that I can't even use. Dang. I just need more capacity. Literally capacity and ways to sacrifice my own imps. What's giving him so many imps? This is the Impsicle. At the start of your turn, add a random imp into your hand. I think we might kill it. Yeah. We kill it before we even get to use the battering ram to its full effect. Dang it. If only I was less powerful. Oh, give them the business. I think I go for the capacity here again. I'm almost certain I go for the capacity here again. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, extremely yes. That's the good one. Okay. This floor I have 2 removal. That's kind of bad, especially with the 20 pyre health. Event, 50 coins and Forge Spells. Forge Spells, if I can give Permafrost to Battering Ram, I'll be happy about it. Let's hope I get that. Shop. Holdover. Returns to the next hand if played. It's this. It's this. It's this. It's an entrench that puts an entrench in my next hand. Why did you never use implosion? It was 110 damage by the end. Because you're right. I would lose if I didn't play it. That sarcastic point is why I didn't play it. Did it matter to play it? No? It wasn't necessary. If the enemy is already going to die, you can do it any number of ways. A penance yard comes into view, a truly terrible sight. Dead hellborn from across the 9 rings of hell are struck up as atonement, just for existing. At the base of these awful contraptions are some familiar blights, but peeking through, you can see something of value underneath the rubble. When summoned friendly units get +1 for every blight card in our deck, we have blight cards in the deck. This event is why you kept all of your blight cards. That is clever. I just don't... I think my deck's so good at this point that I don't want any of these. Maybe the massive stones. I do have a lot of draw. I'll take the massive stones. It takes some time to remove the massive stones, but when you do, you're rewarded with the treasure underneath. They don't do anything I don't have, you're right, but... extra attack. It's good at the very least for my champion, if nothing else. Non-boss enemy units restore health when they move up a floor. That shouldn't be a problem. Oh my god, I have a sweeper. Oh my god. But the sweeper dies. Hang on. How do I do it? Sweeper dies because each of those deals 5 damage to the front enemy unit. So I could just put a rail beat at front and then sweeper, but then the problem is the sweeper will eventually die to them. Imp first, double kill? Yeah, the imp double kills them, but then like that takes away from the Shattered Shells buffs. Oh, their Wiltwing stuff is really annoying. Use Prince as a shield? Well, Prince does gain 9 armor every time it kills. Maybe what I do here is Molten Imp kills 2 of them, Prince, and then I put the Shattered Shell on a different floor. Let the free imp face tank. It died to the... as soon as it played, it died to the extinguishers. Prince to the front, and then... rail beater, Shattered Shell on the next floor. Rail beater, Shattered Shell, rail beater. Oh, hello, top floor. Okay. This will enter with extra damage, so I can even put the Shattered Shell on the top floor and have that kill that. In fact, I do. Impalate the frontliner. Twice? Yeah, twice. Then I kill each of these and I gain my armor back. I can even weld a helper. Yeah, I'm gonna weld a helper in front. It gave itself! I didn't know it! You. So annoying. I wanted that on my other unit. One thick imp. I mean, it's there just saving HP for my other unit, I guess. Reinforce, I'll have that in my next hand, thank you. I don't need to play anything else that turn. I cannot wait for that imp to die. Casual 2-8 armor. it's attack. I guess, yeah, I am gonna need my sweepers next floor to help me take care of those. Should I give rage to my friendly units? Probably. That'll at least kill the Darkwings this turn. Is the cap even 9/9? I don't know what the cap is. You want to help me find out? Let's go. Let's do it. Hey, Reinforce! Good to see you. Returns to the next hand it played. Sure, let's do it again. Life's good, you know? Oh, I should have fortified it first. That's my bad. This is dumb, but in the best possible way. That's what I'm... That is a design goal with a lot of the wackier builds that I try and do on my channel from time to time. Dumb, but in the best possible way. Gives you a real Worms vibe? Oh, sorry, the imps give you a real Worms vibe. Yeah, it's the protruding jaw and then jutting back down into an ill-defined neck and then body. I'm with you on it. I'm with you on it. I see it. I can return a consumed card. Yeah, I don't really care. It's a consumed spell only, actually. It's a lot of armor. Go up there for the extra draw and transcend him. Fine. Out of curiosity, wouldn't it be better to put the Wild Moon minion in front instead of in back, so when once it comes to the last floor, you have your other minions for more rounds of attack? Yes. It would be. That would have been a better idea, Tob. Sorry, Tob, TC. Yeah, 999 is the boss, is the highest you can go with it. Burn the Ember? No, I had to see if 999 was the highest. Cleansing Water. Ooh, that debuffs 50% of the enemies that come into a fight. 50% chance to remove all buff effects from an enemy unit when it enters your train. What voice would you give the imps? I'd probably go for... the amount of rage unfriendly? No, not for the final fight. I'd probably go with something kind of like a beaker from Muppets, like... Something like that, yeah. A meep! Salvato, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Much appreciated. I think it's probably none of these. Never seen One Horn Stone before, nor have I, actually. This is the first time I've seen it, so I imagine it's probably like a late unlock. Apply multi-strike? Well, I mean, actually, yeah, if it applied multi-strike to the Hornbreaker, the only problem is I have no extra energy, and I don't have another boss where I can get, like, an extra energy every turn, so I would need something to give me the extra energy before I can actually play this. Like, I only have 3 energy a turn right now, which would have to be the randomly generated imp that gives you 5 energy on the turn that you play it, and I would have to have that on the same turn that I get the One Horned Tome. It's not possible. Buffs are cleansed by the boss anyway. This isn't, it's not a buff. Multi-strike is it's not a buff, I think. Buffs are green. Rage is green. Multi-strike, it's a trait or something like that. I don't think it's a buff. I think I pass. Consume, draw 3. Maybe? Descend a unit, restore 10 health. I mean, that'll help me overstack some floors. But overstack, I never want to overstack a floor because I want to have space on that floor so I can play my my Battlecry minions. My summon minions effect. I feel like overstacking with this deck is good. Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm trying to think about here. In that case, you should press F8. If I press F8, I stop streaming. It's my hotkey. I can still overstack my enemies. Why would I want to do that? I guess it gives me more positioning power and guarantee that you sweep to slay. I mean, having the extra health at the very least for the sweeper is nice. Broshan, thank you very much for the 500 bits. Feed it to me slowly like grapes. This is my shit right here. I am so glad to see the reception for this game has been as big as I would have wanted it to be. Not just for my own benefit, obviously. Like it's nice to have more views and stuff like that. But it's really gratifying when I see an indie game and I'm like, I think this is it. I think this is the next big thing. I think this, I found it. It's this. It feels very gratifying to have that come true. Or at least, in my own segment of the community. It's very, 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 very well polished. Dupe enhanced armor? Yeah, you're right, 100%. Oh, baby, I wasn't even thinking about that. Units cost -1. So my imps already cost nothing. And I have barely any units that cost actual mana. Yeah, I don't need that, actually. We'll take the infused mallet. Dupe the battering ram. That is another thing that I could do. The thing is, battering ram is the way to deal damage with it, but if I get a unit to 999 defense, I'm not losing. I just won't. You can't kill me. So I think even though battering ram is big, reinforce is double upgraded. Removes consume, gains holdover, ridiculous. Okay, unstable to remove 2 cards from deck. I probably want to get 2 train stewards out here, to be entirely honest with you at this point. I never play any of them. You can only play 1 reinforce a turn though. That's true. But I draw it much faster. Slay, gain 10 armor, starts with armor 10. Yeah, I guess it's this one. Mallet makes the slave from sweep less reliable. Yeah, a little. Just looking at the design space, what do you think the chances are that there's a boss that steals/seals your spells? I mean, there is a version of the Seraph boss that just consumes any spell on play. Kind of an effect like that. Dash, thank you very much for the 15 very, very cute bits. I want the Hornbreaker Prince to start getting up the ridiculous amount of damage that it deserves to be dealing. So rage 10, 10, 40, 40, 80. So this will deal 80 damage. If I give this, it's rage 6 to it. Rage 6 is just another 12, 24, 40. So this is, hang on, 80, 40, 24. It's 104. This Rhapsody, do you like RTS games? Depends on the RTS. I was huge into Command & Conquer during my time. Command & Conquer 3, actually. I know Command & Conquer 2 is, those are the ones that everyone talks about, but Command & Conquer 3 was my generation. I want to see the boss one-shot happening. We'll see. Remove Seraph? I'll do it, Raze, just for you. I could sweep on the bottom line here just to start getting the Shattered upgraded. Generals in Tiberium Wars were amazing. I played mostly Kane's Wrath. What was it called? I had an additional Seraph, so I have another one to defeat. I'm in on it. I'm gonna go that first. Hornbreaker Prince behind it. That's the expansion on Tiberium Wars. Yeah. It's just, it introduced a lot of the units that I really liked playing with. So I could put this there and then put a fledgling behind it, but I want to have more space for more imps later. Okay. That'll kill the frontliner safely. Let's get a Shattered Shell on the next floor. Guess torch the backliner. Got him. So yeah, see, sweep, armor, and quick weren't removed. They don't count as buffs. Why won't you let the imp tank damage? Don't you want it to die? Largely because I wanted the Shattered Shell to do the AoE hit, but you're right, because it had the biggest unit in the front line, I should put the imp in the front. 100% correct. That's my bad. Rail beater, rail beater. No, they all have quick. Yeah, but the imp in the front line... Oh, yeah, I guess I wouldn't have lost any HP. You're right. It's a learning experience. It's going to be a learning experience for a while, especially because it's something where sequencing matters so much. It's going to take a long time before I have like a full set of best practices laid out in my head. Get my draw. I could impalate with just 60 damage against the boss right now. This game is much easier due to quick. Yeah, I agree. Quick is V strong. Frontliner. This one, by the way, will give me 10 when I play it. It's just I have no X-Cost cards in my entire deck. 10 energy, that is. 10 Ember. I'm gonna get my first petty theft of the game off, and it does give 25. Okay, so now I know. Why does the Vine get double on Death Trigger? Yeah, I'm gonna heavy rage buff this whole floor. Just to deal a bunch more damage to the Seraph. Then double yours. Wildwood. Oh, right. It's the consumed crown. Yes, thank you. That's what's going on. Forgot about that. Hey, we actually got the armor this time. Beautiful. We got another Transcend Imp. Get him. Oh my god. I'm just gonna... hang on, I can't imp on the top floor. Can I? You know what? I'm gonna get you there, and then I'm gonna sack an imp on the bottom. Should I sack an imp on the bottom? No, I'll sack you on the top for the 50 damage, I think. It's mind-boggling how you haven't gotten an Ember Imp yet. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Glad I didn't really need them that much. As well. I should probably start sacrificing imps on this bottom line, literally just to make more space. Because if I get another Transcend Imp, woo, baby! Okay, that's pretty much all I can do this turn then. Final wave. We already kill, as it turns out. But I'm gonna reinforce and just watch the sparks fly. Get it. So the enemy does 40 damage per attack. Like, since you get 10 damage per attack and 4 multi-speed, right? 40 damage per attack. I have 999, so it would need to attack roughly about 25 times to kill me. But unfortunately, it can never stand up to what. It's gonna take a while. Please let the imp get the kill. We'll see. Get him. You got barricade in trench? Nope. Yeah, less than half. All right. Let's see how that went. I think we'll see at the end, right? When's it say? Do you get the I love money modifier? It seems like it gave me extra for the end. Yeah, I just, Alex. But I had your help. I had your counsel on this run as well, so it's less of a completely legitimate one, to be entirely honest. You can click other runs. Can I?